later, get out any stuff we don't need.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right, seatbelt on, good seating position. I'm gonna go get a radio. I'll just make sure we can hear each other, or you can hear me, and then we'll.
Glove compartment. Do you want that open or closed?
Yeah, leave it open.
Okay.
All right, thumbs up if you can hear me. No problem.
Yeah, just when we finish up, you can press stop recording, and then over in the glove box, you just press the memory card, and it pops back out to you.
Sounds
and I'll kind of help you out with that. All right, we're going to do about 3 laps in this, then we'll move back to the BMW.
Okay.
And like I said, I'll just kind of talk to you over the radio just to kind of keep things flowing.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Am I supposed to be using paddle shift, or just let this paddle shift, or let this go all
I'd say
automatic?
just use the drive mode.
Okay.
That would be the easiest, I think. Less stuff to think about.
Yep.
Completely your call, though.
Okay. Well, maybe as we get into it a little more.
Yeah, if you feel comfortable.
I do.
But other than that, yeah, all the settings are in track mode. Leave those.
We
alone.
are in
Don't
track
use
mode.
Traction control or anything like that.
Okay.
So we should be good to go.
Thank
Track's
you.
in good condition.
All right, out we go. Well, we'll be nice and slow in pit lane. We've got a lot of cars and people in here. Don't want to run over somebody or take a twirl. All right, so the 2 key elements when we're out there on the track to ensure that we can get the most out of our evaluation here is to keep your eyes up, look far ahead of where we are, and be super smooth with your inputs. With these cars having so much power, being smooth is paramount. And that goes for pressing on the pedals as well as turning the steering wheel. But to make everything successful, you got to keep those eyes moving, looking as far forward as possible so we can plan our future well in advance. We're going to stay to the left here in case somebody's coming. But we're going to just start connecting the dots with these reference points. We're going to kind of build up our pace. It's like a big connect the dots game. Look from one reference point to the next. Where you look is where you steer, so you always look first, then steer. There's a nice transition here back the other way, but just keep your eyes moving. Don't stare at my bumper, just look beyond my car, use those reference points. If you do that, you should be right in my tire tracks, no problem. Use all the racetrack available here, a nice transition back to the left. And we'll just build up our speed. Significant braking here. You want to brake enough to make sure you slow down enough for the turn. And it's better to brake too much than not enough. Turn your head, look through the turn, then steer. Connecting the dots with the reference points, nice and smooth with your steering inputs, eyes looking ahead, and squeeze down the power the straighter you get. Significant braking at about the 300 marker. Got a hairpin turn back to the left, look left, then steer left. Connect the dots, nice and smooth with your inputs. Now we're on. Good rule of thumb, when you see my brake lights come on, that's the spot where your brake lights should come on. Now this is kind of tricky. The reference points are on the wall, so just watch my brake lights. Smooth braking, look down the hill, ease off the brakes. Back on the gas smoothly, and then brake in a straight line. Connecting the dots. We're going to stay on the track here. As you get onto the curbing, it's not a huge issue. You want to try to stay off of it as much as possible. We'll transition up onto the banking, and away we go. Again, transitioning down, so smooth braking. Look down to the left, ease off the brakes, back on the gas slightly, and then braking significantly. Looking to the left, squeezing the power on, braking, ease off the brakes as you turn, and then squeeze the power. Kind of hold a constant throttle through here. Keep those eyes moving. Wrong once you get straight. Braking down here, so watch my lights. Ease off the brakes as you turn, eyes looking ahead, keep the focus. Try not to drive into the corners too hard. Like I said, it's better to brake too much than not enough. Significant braking at the first set of braking markers. Ease off the brakes. Patience here. Wait till you're almost straight and then squeeze the power on smoothly using all the racetrack, looking as far ahead as possible. Off the brakes, look down the hill, back on the gas smoothly, then braking significantly. Ease off the brakes. We're going to go one more lap. Nice transition here, so slow it up for the tight turns. Be very patient here. Smooth with your inputs. Your hands follow your eyes, and then squeeze the gas on. Nice and smooth back onto the straightaway. Approaching turn one, ease off the brakes, look down the hill, squeeze the power on smoothly, and then significant braking. As you turn, keep those eyes moving, keep the focus, keep your concentration level. Braking, looking left, connecting the dots, using the reference points. Squeezing the power on as you straighten. Set of braking markers. I'm looking real good back there. Squeezing the power on as you straighten. Alright, at these white cones, we're going to start easing it back. We're going to let the car cool down a little bit, go back into to pit lane. Awesome job. Hopefully you enjoyed that.
Yep.
Stay on the proper racing line, however, just at a reduced speed. Maybe about 50 miles an hour or so, 50 or 60. Go to the left side of the road here, enter into pit lane. We're going to pull down to where we started, so nice and slow, since the speed gets a little warped when you're out on the track. We have our other two cars parked in line, so we're going to go in front of those two cars. So just follow me in. When we're sitting there, make sure you just don't put your foot on the brake and hold it there. Just take your foot off the brake, make sure the car's in park, and just leave it running. That'll actually work out pretty good.
Do I take that chip out?
Just hit stop recording.